Hey everyone, welcome to AniWave Mohsin. If you're a fan of captivating anime stories and thrilling tales, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss out on our daily adventures. Today we have an exciting story for you, so sit back, relax, and let's dive into the world of anime.
The old, dusty art room had long been forgotten by most of the students at the high school. It was tucked away in a remote corner of the school, behind a heavy wooden door that creaked every time it was opened. The room was dimly lit by the light that filtered through the dirty windows, casting long shadows across the cluttered tables and the scattered art supplies. In the far corner of the room, sprawled out on a worn-out sofa, was Alexei, the laziest boy in the entire school. His reputation for doing nothing was well known among both students and teachers. With tousled hair and a relaxed demeanor, he looked like he could fall asleep at any moment. He was an enigma to everyone, a boy with brilliant potential who preferred to squander his time daydreaming. Today was no different. Alexei had skipped his classes and sought refuge in the art room, where he could be alone with his thoughts. He had a book in his hand, but he wasn't reading it. Instead, he was staring at the ceiling, lost in his own world. The room was silent except for the occasional sound of a bird chirping outside. That was until the door creaked open. Irina, the beautiful and intelligent girl from Alexei's class, cautiously stepped into the room. Her long, dark hair was tied back in a neat ponytail. Her blue eyes sparkled with curiosity. Irina was the top student in the school, admired by teachers and peers alike for her academic prowess and dedication. She had never been the type to associate with someone like Alexei, and yet here she was. "Alexei," she called softly, her voice carrying a hint of uncertainty. Alexei lazily turned his head to look at her, a lazy smile forming on his lips. "Irina, what brings you to this forgotten corner of the school?" She hesitated for a moment, her fingers fidgeting with the hem of her skirt. "I was looking for a quiet place to work on my art project, and someone mentioned this room. I didn't expect to find anyone here, especially not you." Alexei shrugged, sitting up slightly. "This is my sanctuary. It's peaceful here, away from all the noise and expectations." Irina walked further into the room, her eyes scanning the scattered art supplies and unfinished canvases. "I didn't know you were into art," she said, her tone laced with curiosity. "I'm not," Alexei admitted with a chuckle. "I just like the quiet." Irina found an empty chair and sat down, placing her sketchbook on the table in front of her. She glanced at Alexei, who had resumed his lounging position on the sofa, his eyes half closed. She had always been intrigued by him, by his indifference to everything that seemed so important to everyone else. "What are you drawing?" Alexei asked, his voice lazy but genuine. Irina opened her sketchbook, revealing a half-finished drawing of a landscape. "It's a place I used to visit when I was a child. A small meadow surrounded by trees, with a stream running through it. It's where I go in my mind when I need to escape." Alexei's eyes flickered with interest. "Sounds nice. Maybe I'll visit it in my dreams," he said with a smirk. Irina smiled, amused by his response. She picked up a pencil and began to work on her drawing, her strokes precise and delicate. For a while, they sat in silence, each lost in their own thoughts. As she worked, Irina found herself stealing glances at Alexei. There was something about his relaxed demeanor that was both frustrating and fascinating. She had always been driven by a need to excel, to prove herself, but Alexei seemed to exist in a world where none of that mattered. "Why do you waste your time like this, Alexei?" she asked suddenly, her voice breaking the silence. "You're smart, I've seen it, but you don't even try." Alexei didn't respond immediately. He sat up, swinging his legs over the edge of the sofa and resting his elbows on his knees.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to AniWave Mohsin for your daily dose of anime. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a story. Got a story you'd like to hear? Drop your suggestions in the comments below. Until next time, stay tuned.